Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Hafsa Wajid, a human rights activist from Pakistan. My family is being threatened and harassed by intelligence agencies of Pakistan Army. My family is under immense pressure and our lives have become insecure and miserable. Persons of intelligence agencies are loitering near our house and they threaten the family and have told us to stop my work on human rights. We are being threatened because I tried to highlight some very important human rights violations in Pakistan, like the genocide of Balochis, torture cells of Balochistan, issue of fake FIRs against poor Balochis, issue of incommunicado detention, enforced disappearance, and missing persons of Balochistan, kill and dump policy in Balochistan, extrajudicial killings in Balochistan, mass graves of Balochis, abductions and target killing of thousands of journalists, lawyers, students, and human rights activists in Balochistan, free hand to transnational criminal groups and their involvement in narcotics, human and migrant smuggling in Balochistan, uninterrupted supply of liquor, drugs, and narcotics to Balochi youth, uninterrupted flow of narcotics to Balochistan to the rest of the world, despite the presence of one of the best army of the world. Smuggling of items through Balochistan border, despite the presence of one of the best army of the world. Border crossing by various groups to Balochistan, despite presence of one of the best army of the world. Operations by military and paramilitary forces in Balochistan province in civil cloths and civil vehicles. Forcible occupation of lands of poor Balochi people for military and paramilitary use without payment to owners. Raid at the houses of poor Balochis by law enforcement agencies without production of warrants. Illegal arrest and indefinite solitary confinements of poor Balochis without production of arrest warrants. Violation of fair trial standards by military courts in Balochistan. Killing of hundreds of Balochi labor in coal mines because of non-adherence to occupational health and safety measures, and no action by government has been taken against the perpetrators. The shrinking of Baloch population in 21 districts of Balochistan from 61% to 55.6% due to obvious reasons. I have committed a crime that I am fighting for the rights of poor Balochi people. I have committed this crime that I have questioned the authorities, why there are fake enrollments of persons of other provinces against the Balochi quota, why there is discrimination in the induction system of Pakistan Army, where 40% of cadets who get commissioned as officers are the sons of armed forces personnel, which is badly affecting induction of Balochi youth in Pakistan Military Academy. Why the Charter of Duties of Pakistan Army Generals is not clarified to the Balochis, and why these generals are poking their nose everywhere instead of addressing the security issues and human rights violations. Hundreds of terrorist incidents have taken place in Balochistan, but why the case study of not even a single incident has been made public? Why the operation areas in Balochistan are not known to the locals and widespread operations are commenced without informing the local population or taking them in confidence? Why the areas that are safe havens for transnational criminal groups are devoid of basic facilities like telephone, mobile and internet services? Why in certain remote areas, Balochis who keep Android phones, laptops or computers are apprehended without any reason and these electronic gadgets are confiscated? Why the Baloch regiment, which is the only regiment in the name of Baloch people, has its center and headquarters in the province where a common Balochi cannot dare to travel, as this place is more than 2100 km from the southern part of Balochistan? Why the Federal Minister of Human Rights is putting the issue of human rights violation in Balochistan under the carpet? Why in Balochistan there is no adherence to International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, Convention Against Torture, Statute of International Criminal Code, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UN Declaration on Enforced Disappearance, UN Body of Principles for Protection of Detained Persons, and Istanbul and Minnesota Protocols? Being the custodians of an Islamic state, we feel ashamed of what is going on in Balochistan today. There is no power that can punish the perpetrators in Balochistan. Freedom of expression is only for the selected class. Anyone who tries to ask even a justification of human rights violation in Balochistan faces the consequences. It's a high time now, and the government should take concrete steps to address human rights violation in Balochistan. Otherwise, the hatred against the government will continue to increase and we may see the worst outcomes. I thank you.